Alright you guys, welcome back to the channel. Devin's over here running the dogs, letting them play with the RC truck. Look, there's Sheila. Here comes Fiona. Wait for it. Meow! Meow! Anyways you guys, I've got something special to show you guys today. And I'm really excited about it. Hopefully you can still hear me. So, we're going to stand over here and look at Miss Becky for a second. First off, let's start with Happy Mother's Day to all of our moms and aunts and sisters. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you for being a mom. We love you. But anyways, we got a new Mustang, you guys. And it's beautiful. It's one of less than 500 made with its title. So, and it's probably close to a one of one. I'm still trying to figure out more information about it because it's so limited. It it is just kind of a little crazy. But anyways, you guys, with further ado, let's introduce the new Mustang. I don't know if you guys are ready for it. Bum bum bum. This is a 2014 Mustang GT 350. It's a Shelby. I need to wash it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give y'all a little cold start. I'm going to go pull it over there so I can wash it. And I'll wash it and then we'll do a walk around for you guys. Alright, give me 1 second and I'll set you up behind the car. Just look at this back end. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Anyways, we're gonna set you right here so I don't run you guys over. Alright you guys, so I got her all cleaned up and she looks pretty good. She's a black car, so it's really hard. I washed her and dried her. I need to go do the trim and some little pieces in there and clean it up a little bit more. But I wanted to talk to you about it and do a walk around while I still had daylight outside. It's about 6:30 now. So anyways, it is a 2014 Mustang GT 350. Shelby Mustang GT 350. This car was not on the production line. They made less than 500 of them from 2011 to 2014. This one has the dual exhaust. Particular year, I've heard the number 87, then I've heard the number 100. I'm trying to get in contact with Shelby because the list with 87 on it was from teamshelby.com. which is just like a forum, and somebody puts the list together themselves. That one says it has 87, but it says mine is non-existent. The pieces that are on mine, they said they didn't make. So I know that it came factory with the Ford Performance blower, and they said that they didn't make one that year. So I'm trying to get a hold of Shelby, and pretty sure that list is wrong. I talked to the guy that actually worked on this car. We'll get to that later. But, so I want to say it's 100 because I saw a list where the guy said they made 100 of them. And then I saw the list with 87. So, I'm thinking they made 100 of them in 2014. But I'm still trying to find details. It's a very rare car. It's kind of set up like the way the Super Snakes are. So what they did, they didn't have a production line for it like they do the new GT 350s. They made a limited run, so what you did was they bought the Ford Mustang GT Premium, and then they shipped it over to Las Vegas, to the Shelby place in Las Vegas, and they put everything on it. The additional package was like anywhere from like I think 25 to almost 40,000, depending on the car. The original MSRP on this one was almost $91,000. So it's a rare car. I'm still trying to figure out information, but ironically, I knew it had some aftermarket parts on it. I posted it on a Mustang GT 350 page, and a guy commented on it and said, I put on parts that looked just like that. And so I messaged him and I was like, hey, were you near this area? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, does it have this, this, and this? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I worked on that car. He said, give me a call and I'll talk to you about it. And so he was telling me that I knew that it had an aftermarket throttle body, an intake, and an aftermarket pulley. So what they did was they put a twin blade a twin blade VMP throttle body, a Roush cold air intake, and then a smaller pulley. It's a Whipple. Then they also put Cook's headers on it, and I think they might have put a different cat on it. He said that it was still has cats on it, and then it's got the Borla exhaust that Shelby put on it, which was awesome. It was nice to know that information. Sorry, I forgot to turn the water off. But so it was nice to know that information. He talked to me. He was like, I know that the guy had it registered, but when it switches owner, you have to re-register it again. So I'm in the process of registering it. They're just doing proof of ownership right now. Somebody in one of the forums told me a place where I could try to get the window sticker for it. So I went ahead and tried to order one of those to see if I can find the original window sticker. It was tuned at Pro Dyno. I'm not going to give away the horsepower numbers because we're actually going to go down to Pro Dyno on the 18th. So there will be a video on the 19th of it at Pro Dyno and what numbers it makes. It has 373 gears in it. It's got 20-inch, is it Vossen? Yeah, 20-inch. I think you pronounce it Vossen. And then it's got the Pilot Sport 4s on it. Y'all know I'm not a big fan of Michelin's. My biggest concern with these, they ride pretty good. A lot of people have them. I actually had a guy on my last video comment about the Michelin tires and the Pilot Sports 4s. Look, I do have them on this car, but my biggest concern is flat spots. Michelin's are notorious for flat spots on them. So this isn't going to be a car I drive day in, day out. It's more of like a car show car or special events, because I am going to try to keep the mileage down on it with it being a special edition. But with that being said, it is my Mustang and I'm still going to drive it and enjoy it. It's the Shelby that I've always wanted. So we're just going to have to see how these do. I did go ahead and order some new tires for the 04. I ended up going with a Nito. The Michelins that are on it are just crap. The car's light. Car's got a lot of miles. So, no, I ended up going with a Nito again. Same thing we have on Devin's Mustang. I did a G2 on the front and a drag radial on the back. I'll take you one day for that. But anyway, so I've got 20-inch Boston wheels. I want to say it was a 275 on the front. It's a 265 35/20 on the front, and it's a 295 35/20 on the rear. Whenever it needs tires, it's going to get a 305, because I probably won't change up the suspension on it, but I think a 305 would look mean on the back of this thing, give it a little bit better stance. I do know they put some kind of suspension package on it. I'm not really sure, still learning on that. These lights in the grille are actually aftermarket. Those are supposed to be open to help cool the brakes. So as I was saying, the lights are aftermarket. They're actually holes to, when you go on the track, to help cool off the brakes. The brakes are Wilwood brakes. I need to get in there and clean them. You can see it's a 6 piston up front and a 4 in the rear. Let's see what else. That's all I can really think of off the top of my head.
It does.
But man, this car is just so freaking mean. It's a beautiful car. I'll probably never see another one like it in my life. But, man, I don't think it's hit me yet. Don't think it's hit me yet. Oh. anyways, you'll be seeing it on the channel more. Got a couple things planned for it the next couple of weeks. Got to take it this week, go get an oil change, and then it's got a recall for an airbag. So they went ahead and ordered the airbag for me. So hopefully that'll be in before my oil change, but I'm not sure. We'll find that out later. But man, just look at this fucking car. Look at this thing. That's so freaking mean. Hey, Fifi. I could just stare at this thing for days. Freaking one of my favorite things. This GT 350 badge. It's just beautiful. Let me pop the hood for you guys real quick. I think it's dried off enough to do that. And I'll point out everything for you guys. Alright, so here's the beautiful powertrain. So as I said, it was a GT Premium. So it does have a 5.0 Gen 1 Coyote in it, with the Ford Performance supercharger. It's got a Whipple aftermarket pulley, the V&P twin blade Roush intake. There's its Shelby and Ford Racing badges. And it's got these beautiful Shelby tanks. This one's for the supercharger, I believe, and this one's the coolant overflow. And then the windshield wiper fluid, which that's another thing. A line's disconnected somewhere. I don't know if popped off, or if it's pinched or cut, something. But I went and put some fluid in it the other day, and it just came right out. So we're gonna hunt that down. That'll be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna try to detail up under here next. And we definitely have to get rid of that. I actually ordered some Roush hood struts. They're currently out of stock, but they should be back in stock in the next week or two, and then shipped out, and then we'll put those on there. And then I ordered a custom car cover for it. That's all we've done so far. I am going to take it and get it paint corrected, because I've got a couple of chips. I've got one right here. So guy, it looks like a rock chip, or somebody who was working on it didn't do that. And then there's another little chip right there that needs to be taken care of. And then the decal, actually, let's see if you can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's bubbling up right there, so we're going to see if we can't get that fixed. But yeah, so I'm going to do a paint correction and a ceramic coating for it. And then I might get a clear bra put on the front of it, just because that's going to be what gets hit the most with rocks and everything. Definitely going to have them ceramic coat the wheels, because these are the stock wheels that came with this car. I thought about getting a set of custom headlights for it, but if I do that, I will probably get another set of headlights and mess with those and keep the stock ones back. That way, if I ever do decide to sell the car, I can return it to stock, or at least have the stock parts for the person. Which unfortunately I don't have the throttle body, the intake, and the original pulley. It is what it is. It does hurt the value, but it doesn't. It's more, I don't plan on selling this car anytime soon. It's going to stay with me for a while. I'll probably be 60 years old and still have this Mustang. But who knows? It may be worth more than it may not. I'm definitely going to try to keep the mileage down for its year. As I said, right now it's got a little under 62, which is really good. That's like 1,000 miles a year. So I'm going to try to keep it down as low as I can. It's going to be a car show car. And when I want to drive it and enjoy it. But y'all know we have two other Mustangs. We have Becky, and then the 04 is on the other side. The 04 is really going to be if I want to drive a Mustang, but I don't have a special event kind of thing. They're actually putting a hood on one of their friends' cars. He's got a white S550. I couldn't tell you about that one. That's his. But anyways, so it's going to be put up locked up and taken care of. But I'm still going to enjoy it because at the end of the day I paid for it. That's what it's there for. A lot of people would tell me to go put it somewhere in storage and don't touch it for the next 40 years of my life. But I'm not going to do that. I do actually have a carbon fiber hood for this thing. It's a GT 500 style carbon fiber hood. I thought about putting it on there, but I was like, I kind of like the way it looks now. Actually, let me pop that hood closed for you guys real quick. But yeah, I like the look of this one. It's just with the stripes and everything, just looks good. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling on you guys. I will have another video coming up for you guys. They just put a black hood on his car, so let's show you that real quick. So they just put the black hood from Devin's car on his GT, and I think that looks pretty good. They went from the white. Yeah, that looks good, especially if he touches up the paint and does a gloss. Yeah. But anyways, you guys, y'all have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Y'all hustle harder.